Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Watch. Good to see you all again here at around 4 p.m. in Hong Kong. It's been a beautiful day. Went to Llama Island to spend some time with my beloved girlfriend, love you Nunu, and with my brother-in-law Tim. It was great to see him again. But what was even more great was to bring this on the wrist. And I've been wearing this one again, guys, and this is the first watch and probably the most important watch that I've actually owned in the past and I picked up once again. The Tudor Pelagos FXD. Here in 2023, guys, I'm so happy to have this watch back on the wrist. And honestly, I have a lot of thoughts about it. Now, let me tell you a bit of the journey of my time with this watch. I really fell in love with this watch the moment it was released in late 2021, and I managed to pick up an MN21 version of this watch. The reality was, though, I was still in a very interesting part of my watch collecting stage, and I ended up selling that watch to fund a Rolex Batman at the time, and I kept moving on up. The reality of the situation is my financial situation's changed a little bit. It's been a bit more difficult and I've had to sell off quite a bit of watches. But in that whole journey of watch collecting, one of the watches that I missed so much the most was this one. And it didn't go away. I spent weeks, months, better part of a year just thinking about how much I actually missed this timepiece. And how at some point I was going to pick it up again. Well, this was the week I finally did it because let's face it, guys, I think I love this more than a Submariner. I love this more than a lot of watches out there because this evokes that classic Tudor snowflake from the 1970s and the one that was used by the Marine Nationale. The blue dial, the blue fully loomed bezel, the amazing fit and finish of this watch. Yeah, it's a Tudor, but honestly, it's my favorite Tudor. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've owned so many Tudors over the past two and a half years of my watch collecting journey, and I had 0 Tudors in my collection because of how much I tried to trade up to Rolex and all these other watches that I thought would really satisfy me. But what I'm getting to now in my watch collecting journey is the realization you gotta wear what you love. You cannot chase someone else's. You cannot chase someone else's desires, someone else's, idea of what watch will make them happy. You need to go for what you care about. And what I care about is this vintage Tudor snowflake vibe. The fact that this watch has a great Kinesi movement, 70 hours power reserve, the MT504, I think it is. I completely forgot the specs, but 12.7 millimeters and with the rubber strap, which I'm really loving now. On my much thinner wrist, guys, I've lost a lot of weight, as you can tell, from all the workouts I've been doing, but I still think this looks great because even though you have the 52 millimeter lug to lug, the lug to lug actually is closer, just from the top here, is closer to around 49. It's a big watch, no doubt. 42 millimeters, it's a big watch. But in my opinion, it looks great. And once again, there's only 2 watches I've ever bought back. You could say the Speedmaster was one of them, but I don't own a Speedmaster right now. But this one, I'm not selling. This is actually a Marine Nationale, an MN22 version, which I got a better deal on. And I love this watch. I absolutely love this watch. It's reignited my passion of watch collecting. And I honestly don't think I'm really into the whole, just like riding the whole Rolex wave now. I think I know where I'm at. And where I'm at is in terms of my earning potential, in terms of my, just total situation. I'm a Tudor guy. And I love Tudor because of the historical elements that they bring to their watches. And I think, in my opinion, this is still the best watch from a historical perspective, from the titanium build from the whole look. Yes, the fixed lugs are not everyone's favorite, but I really don't mind. For me, this Pelagos FXD is one of the greatest watches, and maybe even more than my Rolex Oyster Perpetual green dial. It may be my favorite watch that I've ever owned. It's just me in a watch, and that's why I've bought it back, and it's back on my wrist. But anyways, hit me up in the comments, guys. Did you or have you owned this Pelagos FXD, or do you own one? And tell me what you think about it. I also love how close the dial is there. You can see to the crystal. It's like swimming there. Right on the surface. It's just an amazing look. And the lume on this watch is probably hands down the best lume on any watch I've ever owned. But hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And that's it for this quick video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Watch, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon for future updates. I leave you now with some nice late afternoon views here in Hong Kong. Shot on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's doing a great job, and the Pelagos FXD, it's so good to be back on my wrist. I love this thing so much. So that's it, and Frankie Watch says, time's up. Have a good one. So nice, guys. Just a watch. That's all it is. It's just a watch. And I love it. Have a good one.